Yo, what's up guys? Today I got a video for you on my Kidku list, and we're gonna be going over the list and got some gameplay here and we'll talk it through. But yeah, let's get right into it. So overall right now I think Kidku he's okay. He kind of struggles a little bit into Cell, and the Buu matchup is kind of tough. But you can get there. It takes a lot of sequencing, a little bit of RNG. You know, we have some searchers, and hopefully you don't bottom deck like your super combos or some other key pieces like your SCR. So, but yeah, we can get there. It's just a little tough. Takes a lot of sequencing. So we're running 4 mice. The cost reduction, it's really nice because it reduces the cost in their cards, and it's a 10k. So you know, there's Ranfan who's similar, is activate main, but I just want more 10ks in the deck, right? I think this is kind of the standard go-to right now. We got 4 of the announcers to search out our pieces, 4 Girins, another 10k, and helps with the bottom decking of certain pieces. And then I'm running 4 Chi-Chis, just to help cycle out dead cards, extra cards, and cycle through the deck. 4 Jackie Chuns, 4 the Goku Childhoods. I think this card's really good. It works really well with like the Mize, and then obviously a Self Awakener, and then just being able to cycle through the deck and get some dead cards out of your hand. It fixes up your hand pretty well. So I really like them. Then I'm running 3 TNs. This card's like MVP, right? Once you get to turn 4 and you're awakened, you just like play him, and then you just get them to use a free extra card basically, because you're grabbing 2 from your drop, and then leader skill, pitch 1, and then use your extra card. I think he's really good. I almost kind of want to put him out 4. We got 4 of the Ape Son Gokus. I have it at 4. I think it's pretty good because it's a 10k, and then also into certain matchups like yellow, you can just keep swinging with it, and then they have to stun it, or if they KO it, then okay, cool, you just get basically get to draw 1 card. Into red, it makes them sequence a little differently, and they can't like swing the 5-drop to KO it. They have to neg it. So I think it's pretty good, and you can, you know, basically play it out for 2. So I really like them. I'm running 2 SCRs. One, I only have 2 SCR on the client, and I think you could probably do 3. You kind of really want to see this in like certain matchups, like especially into yellow. Place on turn 5 and then do double tri-beam and bottom deck 2 things. Like, it's really good. And then there's also the off chance to you bottom deck it with your announcers, or if you're running Bulma, right? So yeah, I only have 2, but I think I would want to run 3. I'm running 1 Zeno because I found that certain matchups, sometimes the board gets out of control and I can't control it. So having the Zeno is just like really nice. I think a 1-up is perfectly fine. 4 super combos, 2 Gallic guns. I'm running Gallic gun instead of scissor paper rock because I found that I had 1 energy open like a good amount of time as opposed to having 2 energy open. And so the Gallic gun just felt a little more flexible. And yeah, I've been really liking it. I do miss having the scissor paper rock, but if I want to pressure, then I can go to full power, right? So I'm running 4 of the cross-arm dive, obviously staple, and then I run 3 full powers. I think it's really good into a lot of the matchups because like into Cell, they stack their boards with like 1-drops and 2-drops, and then if you can't answer them all, then on their turn 4 they get to just play out their 5-drop chain. And so sometimes what I do is I let them stack their board if I have a full power in hand, and then I just swing leader full power and bottom deck everything. And then it also works really nice with the Mai too, so you can hit some 3-drops as well. Running 3 tri-beams. This card is pretty snapped, right? It's so good with the leader skill, being able to get it back with TN, and then just get the bottom deck of 5 costs. You can even hit a 6 cost with Mai. So I run 3 because you kind of want to see this into like your yellow matchups, red matchups, pretty much everything. And then I run 1 Thundershock. Thundershock is, I was really big on it at first, and I was running like 3 of them, I think. But I cut it down to 1 I just found that I'd rather just bottom deck stuff and clear their board, especially into like Boo, right? Like stunning one of their 4 or 5 drops, yeah, that's cool, you get to draw a card, but then it lets them use their leader skill. And so like if you just bottom deck it, then they're forced to play something so that they can proc their leader skill. So I just run 1 because it comes up and it's kind of nice into other matchups too that have like big boss cards, so you can just kind of stun them. So yeah, this is the list, guys. Overall, like I said, I think Kidku's like, I think he's okay. I put him high up on my tier list, but maybe I need to figure out a better list or a better play style with him to really see him excel. So we're gonna jump into some gameplay and let's take a look. All right, this is a match into the manga set Boo. And we're just gonna be trying to draw lots of cards, clear the board a little bit, and we're looking for that turn 5 play of theirs where we can do our SCR into double tri-beam. So looks like here we can just play a cantrip, search out tri-beam. We're looking for the cross arm, but didn't find it, but it'll be okay. And then we find it right off our life, so that's pretty good. And I'm actually going to choose to go with Jackie here, because Jackie's just gonna constantly let me draw. The Kid Goku is pretty good. I think it's an insane card actually. But we're gonna save it because just like right here, it lets us bottom deck something, and we can combo it with like and there wasn't anything super valuable there I wanted to bottom deck. I kind of make a misplay here, and we got rid of our tri-beam, but luckily we find one. So the only other way that we could got rid of this Boo was your tri-beam or like into Kid Goku. But we found the tri-beam, and then we end up finding our Mai too. But yeah, we got to get rid of that discard Boo, and then we're just going to swing everything in case they play Final Explosion. And we do want to just keep pressuring them, start getting 10Ks out of their hand. So we get the draw of Jackie. He has to answer a board, and chooses to go with the Final Explosion, which kind of sucks, but that means he doesn't have a board and we don't have to worry about clearing it. And on this turn, what we're going to do is we actually draw into another SCR, which is so good. But we're going to play Tien to get back our tri-beam and prep for next turn. And we're not going to use any extra cards here. One, we don't really have anything to use. So we're just going to hold for next turn. And then we're just going to stay high life too, right? Because they can still put out some pressure for an OTK turn. But they're usually more control. So we just want to stay high life so we can take this a little bit later into the game if we need to. And no super combos. So we have to give them 2 10Ks. And then we're just going to take Giblet Gun here and use it because we're going to be at 5 energy, which means we can just drop SCR and go into the double tri-beam. Perfect. Let SCR. Use tri-beam. Bottom deck both. Super good. And then we just swing. And looks like he didn't want to combo out of that. I'm not sure if he didn't have any any super combos or any 10Ks, but yeah, now we're just gonna play to our next SCR. So we can definitely put a lot of pressure on him, and he doesn't have the 5-drop into 4, so that's pretty good for us. And this whole turn, or this whole game, he didn't have the barrier Boo, so that was pretty good for us. I just want the crit first to hopefully do exactly what we did, which is get cards out of his hand. And then next we're going to drop the SCR. We got the full power, which is nice. Going to be able to bottom deck his cantrips. So double 25k here. And then we got one open for the Giblet Gun. Really liking Giblet Gun for all the times that we have 1 energy open. And then we just dump here, and he is unable to get over it. Yeah, that it seems like a lot of Boo players right now are not on the barrier Boo. They're on just that 3 cost crit, which you can see up here. He had him in his energy. So I don't know if they want to get off the barrier Boo, that's good for us. But it looks like he didn't really have the time, or he didn't have that turn to play his Bobbity to give him to give his things blocker. So that was pretty fortunate for us. But yeah, this is kind of how you want to play it. You just need to stack your board, keep stacking it, so that when they use their lead effects, like they're gonna stun something, but you need to just keep applying more board pressure so that then they're forced to choose which one's the stun. And then obviously the SCR for a double like tri-beam or double thunder shock is super good to help control their board. Alright, so this is a match into Cell, and one of the things like they're gonna be able to clear our early cantrips, so it's kind of tough to turbo out stuff. But what we need to do is we need to clear their board as well. And we're going first, which kind of is like, I don't know, probably not the best. Because he's going to be able to clear this pretty easily. And yeah, he just plays the 18 and is able to pop it. So we're going to be a little bit behind on like stacking our board, because we pretty much have to wait till like turn 3 now to do cross arm. We don't even have cross arm. So we can just play some cantrips here, find the cross arm, so that's cool. And then we want to clear his board so he can't do his like turn 4 stuff with the Cell chain. Luckily he's not able to clear ours, so we can go right into cross arm. And then I'm going to prioritize Jackie here, because we bounce back the Giran and then we can just bottom deck. Otherwise, I probably would have gone with the Goku so we can bottom deck something. But Jackie's nice because he just can constantly let us draw as we keep playing extras. And yeah, he's gonna be able to clear a board pretty good. So I'm gonna go with the Ape here, so that he's forced to neg it. I think Ape's really good, right? I didn't really have like an extra card that I wanted to use there, so we're just gonna get the Ape out, and nothing for us to bottom deck, so no point in playing Goku. But we play the Ape, and he has to neg the Ape. We can't KO it or else we draw him. So forces him to do that. I mean, they're pretty good at negging instead of KOing, but they do have some effects that do KO, so it would have to make him choose. And then we're gonna stay high life here. He does have a lot of cards, and we need to save our life for when he starts playing his boss cards. Here, what we're gonna do is play Jackie, and then we're just gonna swing full power, bottom deck all this, because I don't have a very... I mean, I guess we could have gone Goku and Giran, but Jackie just lets us draw and it puts a lot of pressure, so we want to get him to a rough spot where he has to start deciding if he wants to try and go for the kill, or we're able to set up for our kill. And then we're going to try and defend Jackie here. He kind of missed here, but I don't think he had 18s in his drop. So it makes it kind of hard for him to play his chain, because we've been bottom decking stuff. So that's another thing we want to do, is we're obviously bottom deck the 18s, make it hard for him to play stuff out through the chain. And then we don't want that guy to be on board, so we're going to go ahead and bottom deck him. We do have TN in hand, so we can get back. And then we're going to put another monkey, start pressuring him, and we get to leave one open for Gallic. Again, there's a lot of times we have one energy open, or we can force ourselves to have one energy open, and this is why I like Gallic Gun instead of Scissors Paper Rock. So he had the 18 because he comboed it off there, And now he's going to be able to go into his chain. So we had a little bit of RNG on our side and a little bit of, you know, being able to bottom deck. Once cell players start learning that they need to just make sure they have 18 in the drop, they might start comboing stuff off early, or, you know, the 18 that lets you, or is it the 17 that lets you draw, you discard one, draw two. So kind of a rough spot here. We don't have like any combo power. But we're going to go ahead and we get to play our TN, get back our Tri-Beam, and we can take care of the cell. So here is another nice time where we get to just use Tri-Beam for energy and then keep one open for Gallic here on defense. Otherwise, I would have had to ditch a card, and like obviously I could have ditched TN, but who knows, maybe TN was a different card in a different game. And this is looking a little sticky. But we do have, like I said, we have Gallic open, we have two supers, drew into a 10k, pretty nice. We're gonna eat this one here, and then we're just gonna kind of try and bait him. Because I think this is probably one of the only ways we can win here. And we're able to bait him into swinging. And we're able to get out of it with 5k to spare. And then from here it's just, we just swing, and luckily we had the SCR in hand. And then we play Bulma, find a Gallic Gum, drop this SCR, and he just concedes there. So yeah, the cell matchup can be pretty tough, especially if you can't clear their board. So like, I try and prioritize that early game, even a little bit more so than just like playing Jackie to get draws. You know, play Girin, bottom deck the 18s, play Goku, bottom deck their 2 drops, even doing a full power on like your turn 3 or something to bottom deck all their 1 drops, and if they have 2 drops on board, just like getting rid of everything so that it's hard for them to go into the chain. But yeah, this is I think we got a little lucky here on this cell matchup, but we played to what we drew into, and we had our super combos, so we're just going to play it defensively and try and bait there. So right on. So this game is into Evil Boo, so not the manga Boo, and we're going to see how this plays out here. So his strengths are just, he's going to be able to untap energy or untap his leader, right? So doesn't have as much control as the Kidbuu, but still does have that aggro pressure. And then maybe he has more control pieces with the new manga support. So we have our cross arm and Jackie, and we're gonna go ahead and burn the marker here, just so that it forces him to deal with it. If not, then we're just gonna keep drawing cards every time we play an extra. And this is fine here because we have a way to self-awaken next turn. And then I'm gonna save my Jackie at all costs here. But we can go Mai, so this is pretty cool, right? We go Mai, cross arm Mai back, can play our Goku, bottom deck his guy. Now we get to swing. Maybe I swing with leader there, because he's at 15 unawakened still, but it's okay. Doesn't have a lot of cards in hand, and we have a freaking huge hand here. And we get to draw one off Jackie. Cool thing is we have a lot of these apes here, which we can use the pressure. He plays out the new Boo, and we're just gonna go ahead and save it. Giving 2 cards is okay because Jackie's gonna draw us one, so it's just like losing one out of hand. But I think saving this no matter what, just to have lots of pressure here. So we're gonna go with the TN so that we can tri-beam this guy away, because we don't want him sticking around for another turn. And this just guarantees that he's not around. And we're just gonna keep swinging here. Doesn't have a lot of cards, and we're gonna be able to draw one off Jackie, and we just keep pressuring him. We're gonna leave Jackie inactive. Hopefully trying to scare him to think that we have our double strike. So we just have like so much combo power in hand. Not afraid of dying here. And he realizes once he can't get me down to 3 so that he can swing with his discard boo and then try and double strike us, he just concedes. But that matchup didn't seem very bad at all. Like once again, he didn't really have any of the 3-cost barrier boos, and his leader skill wasn't very useful. So I don't know if this evil boo is going to be as good anymore. Definitely think the manga set boo is pretty strong. Being able to control the board with leader skill is pretty insane. Alright, this is a game into Giblet. And he tries to do a little cheeky play in this game, but I think it kind of hurt him more than it benefited him. But he plays a lot of 1-drops, and we're just going to try and bottom deck them, 1s and 2s. So playing a little more control on this one. But we still kind of want to do our thing and be aggro. But that's the cool thing. We can control low to the ground stuff pretty well. They don't have a lot of like early game clear, so playing a 1-drop is pretty safe, and we're able to play 1-drop. I didn't have a really good 3-drop to play out. I could have played Monkey, but I wouldn't get like super good benefit from it, I felt like, so I just elected to go with cantrips here. And he plays his Raditz, takes the energy so that he has less energy, and then goes hit. So this is that cheeky play. I was like, okay, like, sure. But now he's kind of negged in energy here. So I don't think that's the right play to do. Well, I respect it for trying to be cheeky like that. But we're just going to go ahead and play Jackie, take life, awaken. And we're going to swing at his board here. And he chooses to save this. So what I ended up doing is we're going to drop a card for leader skill, and then I'm going to thunder shock it and hold full power and tri-beam, because I know he's going on 2 energy. It's not going to be able to play a whole lot, and we can just get a lot of value from the full power. But he only plays 1 cantrip here. I figured he's going to take this one because I swing 25, and then we're just going to leader skill and then full power, bottom deck all his cards, and it's going to force him to go to 3 here. So yeah, I swung Jackie first because 25 to 15, like he'd have to give me 2 cards, and he kind of wants Awaken anyways. And then we played our other Jackie. I didn't want to ditch, I didn't want to play Chi-Chi for Tri-Beam because I kind of want to save Tri-Beam, since I do not have a TN right now. And then Jackie just lets me draw. So we'll take these. He plays out his SCR and then Twisted Morality here, clear my board up. And like we have our double strike and a full power, so I'm like, whatever, let's do it. Let's go for the kill, because I don't really have a way to handle his SCR. And so we just big dump here. And I know they run a pretty decent amount of 10Ks and these instants, but he's still not able to get there. He's pretty close. I mean, if he had like another super there, GG's, but sometimes you gotta take those risks, right? This is like one of those times where you have to weigh, like, do I die next turn? Probably. Maybe I just pressure him, go for the kill. So that's what we did here. Giblet matchup didn't seem too bad. I've only played a couple and they were pretty much, I just did the exact same thing. This was only one that I've seen the guy burn an energy to be less and kill my cantrips. I guess kind of cheeky, but I don't know if it was worth it. We put him a little bit behind. Alright guys, that was matchups for Kidku. Maybe they're not the best matchups there. I thought they were kind of interesting, but I haven't been playing too much Kidku right now. I haven't been playing a whole lot actually, and but he's just so much fun. And like I said at the beginning, the Kidku right now, I think he's okay. Takes a lot of sequencing. I don't know if this list is exactly how I want it. I know in the videos I had slightly different ones. I think I was playing Bulma in a couple of those vids. I think I'm probably gonna stay away from Bulma. I don't know. 8 cantrips feels pretty good, and then I have, you know, 4, 8, 16 1-drops to hit the crossarm dive. So, but yeah, I think meta's kind of crazy right now with Cell and Boo. So maybe Kidku can get there, but we'll have to see. Maybe we can get a little bit spicier build to answer those decks. But yeah, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.